Carian Slicer is the best attacking spell in the game. It is one of the fastest attacks with a super affordable FP cost and incredibly high damage potential. The spell also happens to be one of the build videos I am least happy with, so with the impending release of Night Rain only 1 week away, it is time to redo one of the easiest builds to use in the game. If you want to tear through all the endgame bosses in less than 3 minutes on Max New Game Plus, you're gonna enjoy this one. Carian Slicer is available early in the game. The scroll with the spell is only a couple hundred yards south of Selen's location. You can trade the scroll with her to learn Carian Slicer. Slicer has a diverse moveset for being a spell. It's not nearly as impressive as using a melee weapon, but we have jumping, running, and neutral attacks that are all useful in demolishing HP bars in record time. Outside of the intelligence stat, we want to put a few points into Faith to use Golden Vow, so we can pile on that additional 15% damage boost for 80 seconds. We will have health drain on the build, so 10% damage negation also helps us from being one-tapped. For our playstyle, we start with a Flask, and then Golden Vow. If the enemy is vulnerable, throw a Frost Pot or 2 at them to inflict Frostbite and reduce enemy damage negation. At every attack opening, we can swipe at least twice at the enemy. Because we'll be dealing well over 1,000 damage per hit, we only need a few openings per fight, and then we win. In this run, enemy HP will reach 0 long before their poise does, so we will not be seeing any poise breaks whatsoever. This build does have some built-in defenses at 60 vigor, so feel free to take a risk or two during a fight. It is essential that we use Lusat's Glintstone Staff in the main hand for the best sorcery scaling in the game, and the Carian Glintstone Staff in our offhand. This staff gives us a passive boost to all Carian sword sorceries. Carian Slicer is very FP efficient, so that extra FP cost from Lusat's is manageable. The longest fight of this run was Renala. She took 4 minutes to take down, while Promise Consort only took 3 and Radabeast took less than 2. We deal pure magic damage, and she has 80% magic resistance, meaning we only deal 1/5 of our usual damage. I am a Carian Slicer enjoyer, and I think it's the best attacking spell in the game. I would like to know your opinion also on what you think is best. I can see an argument for something like Night Comet, but the speed and close range nature of Slicer makes it the best in my book. Even if you don't use many buffs, it is a solid boss melter. For more build videos like this every Friday at 5 PM Eastern Time, and plenty of Elden Ring Night Rain content very soon, be sure to subscribe to TheJerseySide. Our talismans for the build were the Magic Scorpion Charm, for a 12% boost to our pure magic damage, the Graven Mass Talisman, for a boost to all sorceries, Radigan's Icon, for faster casting speed, and the Dragon Crest Great Shield, for 20% physical damage negation. If you're feeling much more aggressive than me, there are multiple ways to increase this damage even further, mostly by swapping out the Dragon Crest Great Shield. We can use a successive attack power talisman to increase the attack power even more. We can equip an exaltation talisman and the appropriate headgear. After inflicting poison or blood loss on ourselves, we can gain a huge temporary boost to attack power. We can use Howl of Shabriri on top of Golden Vow for another solid boost to damage at the expense of our damage negation. Finally, we can also slot in Rani's Dark Moon. This spell inflicts frostbite on the enemy and gives them a magic negation debuff for a time. For armor, we want to use Rakshas's armor set for the overall damage boost. The 2 best tiers for Carian Slicer are the Magic Shroud and Crack tier and the Bloodsucking Crack tier, both giving us a 20% boost to our attack power. Our stats at RL 170 are 60 Vigor, 25 Mind, 25 Endurance, 80 Intelligence, since we are using a sorcery and they scale off this stat, and 25 Faith to use Golden Vow. Carian Slicer is perfect if you want to use an easy build that doesn't have much in the way of build variety. It was a perfect way to run through the game on the eve of the next title's release, and it feels great to improve upon an old build I am no longer happy with. Now, on the subject of Night Rain, there is one thing I would like in that game that I have yet to see in any previews. I will never call myself a huge fan of Dark Souls 2, but the Pursuer would fit perfectly into the game, and I am sure many of you watching feel the same way.